Let's take our Bibles to Hebrews 13:16 for promise number 235, our last promise for the week. And I'm excited about the weekend. In fact, I want to invite you to the Journey Baptist Church this Sunday morning at 10:15 a.m. We celebrate 14 years of ministry as the Journey. The total church is celebrating 64 years of ministry to the Valley. And so we're really excited about this Sunday, and you can come and just enjoy a service with us, find out what we're about. And if you're already a part of the Journey, maybe this Sunday you should be in your place enjoying as we just celebrate the things that God has done. And so I hope that you will. Promise number 235, Hebrews 13:16. Here's the promise. God promises that He is pleased when we share with others, or we share in the needs of others. And so let's look at Hebrews 13:16 for the passage. Says, but to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices God is well pleased. That whole idea of communicating is not just speaking words, or just telling people that I'm praying for you. It's really about discovering what is needed. So we communicate, or we interact with each other faithfully. I think that there's a lot of people that go to church when it's convenient. They go to church every so often, but they're not there to communicate with about needs. They're there just to catch up from the last 6 months that they've been away. And so I want to encourage you that the Bible says that to do good and to be aware, to be in the know on what's needed so you can make a difference, that pleases God. I mean, if we could expand our thinking about this beyond using our leftovers, if we have any, for kindness, we would begin to experience the good pleasure of the Lord. See, the good pleasure of the Lord isn't just another phrase to speak of the blessings of the Lord. Obedience brings blessings, but having the right character and the right spirit and the right heart about the work of the Lord and what God is trying to accomplish, and engaging in that with the purpose of doing God's work, not just for the purpose of checking the box that I did obedience today, I did kindness. No, we really are gaining the heart of God and wanting to engage with people. There are blessings for obedience, but God reserves the sense of His good pleasure for those who go beyond just doing what we're told, to living out the very heart of God. I think there are a lot of believers that have cleaned up their act. Hey, I found out that that's not good. I'm not going to change this because I like this, and I'm not going to sacrifice that because it's what makes me feel special or makes me feel important. But I'll do all the other things, and I'll have a really clean presentation. You won't have to worry about plugging your ears when you're around me, hearing me talk, because I've cleaned up my act. But God's not just talking about cleaning up your act or your performance. He's talking about cleaning up your heart and engaging your heart in the work of the Lord, allowing God to use your body, your spirit, your mind to help people the way He would help them. The powerful thing about this is that we get to sense the good pleasure of God in us as we do the things that He is really doing through us. We get the joy of being used of God, and God is pleased. This is powerful. Listen, this isn't something reserved for the pastor or missionaries. Many of them may not be living to please the Lord. They may be just doing a job. But you, by living, not simply to be able to say I obeyed, but to see God's work and purposes advance, pleasing Him, you're the ones that get to enjoy this special favor, or the good pleasure, or to know that God is pleased. We all say, oh, I can't wait to hear God say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Did you catch that? It said good and faithful. Most people are okay with being somewhat good, but when it comes to faithful, they're not really ready to give up pursuing their lives. And so I want to encourage you today. Are you seeking the good pleasure of the Lord? Because the good pleasure of the Lord is found when we share our lives with others. The resources He's given us, the talents He's given us, the opportunity to know Jesus the way we have been given opportunity to know Jesus. These are all things that please the Lord, especially when we do them from the heart that is growing to look more and more like his. Hope that helps. Enjoy a great weekend.